Hello, everyone. My name is Latoya Christian. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a travel agent at Vacays with Claudie Mays, specializing in cruises and all-inclusive vacations. My mission is to book amazing vacations catered to your budget and desires. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Not sure what you need to sail on a Carnival cruise? Watch this video. All right, guys. So the first thing you're going to need to do is create a Carnival account. You're going to go to carnival.com and you're going to create an account or log into your account. Okay. If you are traveling on Carnival, you should have a carnival.com account. You can also upload the app on your phone, and both of these things will be beneficial to cruising with Carnival. Okay. Now, Carnival, once they get your information, they're going to start sending you promotions, right? Please know that you can book any promotions that you see with me. Okay. You have a personal travel agent, and Carnival does not offer different deals for travel agents. We are able to offer the same amazing deals that's on their website. So all you have to do is call me or text me and say, "Hey, I want to book this cruise." Or if you want to go ahead and book the cruise on your own, you can actually transfer it to my agency as long as you do it within the first couple of days. I like to do it within the first couple of days, maybe a week or two that you book it, and do not pay it in full. Okay. We can't do it if you paid it in full. So either give me a call or you can book it yourself and you can transfer it to me. I am a travel agent. My value to you is having someone who you can call and text at any time when problems arise, when there's no problems, just to get information. And it's good to have someone who knows your name and who you can talk to, right? Who you can talk to. If I need to get information, I'll get the information for you. So go ahead and create your account, and I'll see you in the next slide. All right, so the first thing I want you to do on carnival.com is look at the top. It should be some kind of advisory that tells you about restrictions. It may talk about vaccines, it may talk about COVID testing. You should click that message at the top and read what it says. It's going to give you the updated information regarding COVID and any restrictions on the ship. I cannot give you that because it changes every day. Okay. I booked the cruise last month. The people needed vaccines and tests, and now I don't think that's the case. So make sure that you read the updated information. Keep reading it, check it every month. Make sure that it is the same. You do not want it to change, because if the COVID situation goes crazy, they will change it again. And you will need to have your COVID test, and you will need to be vaccinated, and you will need to do all this stuff. So right now it's saying that you don't need to be vaccinated and you don't need COVID tests, or whatever it's saying. You need to make sure that you read it. Okay. So I want to make sure that you know that that is your responsibility. You need to make sure that you know the updated rules as far as COVID-19. All right, and finally in this video, we're going to talk about documents, travel documents. There are different travel documents for U.S. citizens, U.S. permanent residents, non-U.S. citizens, and Canadian citizens. I will be discussing the rules for U.S. citizens for the sake of time. I will leave links in the description box for the others, okay? There are three different types of cruises. Okay, you have U.S. port to U.S. port cruises, U.S. port to a foreign port cruises. You have Europe transocean cruises. Okay, each of these cruise types accept a U.S. passport book that is unexpired and valid for 6 months beyond travel. If your passport is going to expire in the next 6 months from travel, you must renew your passport. Okay, this is for anywhere that you go with a passport. The criteria is usually 6 months. They want to make sure that your passport is not getting ready to expire. You will be denied boarding if you try to travel internationally and your passport is expiring within 6 months. So I'm going to repeat that. Each of these, so the cruise to U.S. port to U.S. port, U.S. port to foreign port, and Europe Transocean, they all accept passport books. Okay. Cruises traveling U.S. port to U.S. port will accept a passport card. Now, I do not recommend that anybody get a passport card because they are only good for cruising. You cannot get on an airplane with a passport card. So when you go to apply for your passport and it says, do you want a passport card or a passport book? I recommend that you get the passport book. Okay. Now, a cruise traveling from a U.S. port to a U.S. port will accept a state enhanced driver's license or a government issued photo ID with your original certificate of naturalization, which is your birth certificate, right? Um, It has to be a certified copy or an original, okay? Not the copy that your mother made for you in Staples or at home. It has to be a copy that is from a government agency, okay? So, what does U.S. port to U.S. port means? That means that your cruise is leaving from Miami, returning to Miami. Leaving from Fort Lauderdale, returning to Fort Lauderdale. Leaving from New York, returning to New York. Leaving from Baltimore, returning to Baltimore. U.S. port to U.S. port. Okay. Now, if your ship is rerouted and you ended up in Bahamas somewhere, you're gonna need a passport. So that's why we always recommend a passport, but you can travel with your birth certificate and your government issue ID. Okay. Finally, one last thing, if you are traveling with children on the cruise, I recommend that you get a letter of permission from the absentee parent. If you are using a birth certificate and that person's name is on that birth certificate, you may need some proof that they are allowing you to take their child on a cruise out of the country or whatever. I have been on a cruise and with children before, and they did not ask for the documents from me, but they asked for the documents from other people. So I would recommend, if you have custody, bring your custody papers. If the father or mother is incarcerated, bring proof that they're incarcerated. And just to make sure, if you are the only parent on the birth certificate, don't worry. If they see another name, they may ask for a letter and it needs to be notarized. So that means that they have to sign in front of a notary public stating that they agree to the statement in the letter. So I would recommend it. Um, they don't always check, but just to be safe, if you are traveling with children, whether they are your children or somebody else's children, and there's an absent parent on that birth certificate, kindly provide the documentation.